What the fuck are they doing on the Ferris wheel?
Well, you see, renting actually a building for a brothel is kind of an expensive thing. So what they do now is basically each girl has their own little gondola and you have one ride to finish business, one circulation.
God, those people must be fast.
Or they pay extra for a second turn, literally.
You should be writing screenplays, my dear.
I know. There's a great entertainer lost. But what do I do instead? Hello and welcome everybody to the AWKWARDCast. ANY and Keyframe wonder about random drivel. Welcome back to the show, number 26. There, 26. Yeah, you have an easier angle there. So, hey, Keyframe, how was your week? You look fuzzy today.
Oh, hi there, everyone. I'm basically, if we compare this podcast to Cox and Crendor, I'm basically being Crendor today simply because I have no emotion in my voice. And I've done nothing all week.
You are Crendor.
And you finally got a beard, so you can finally be the Jessie that you want to be.
I still need to put on a few more pounds, but I'm on a good way. I mean, still not working out. However, I wanted to keep this as a big surprise for my what happened during this week. I bought myself a gymnastic mat to do shit at home. So far it's standing here, but it's standing here very nicely, so I have it now.
Good for you.
Golf clap for myself, yes.
Mine is better because it's green. But anyway, what I did this week. I mean, in the beginning of this week, believe it or not, I was actually healthy. And, I just did my workouts and everything like usual. Fucking the abdominal exercise that I've added to my workout hurts like hell, but, I mean, you're supposed to feel a burn when you work out, so that's great.
I'm not entirely sure if you literally need to feel the fat cells burning, like on fire, you know? This is just a metaphor, like to express. But please, continue.
Yes, darling. Yes, Mr. Former physical trainer. I know. You don't need to pat me on the head, but
You know I would if I would be in reach.
And I would punch that arm. But, I have a pretty good theory that because I'm getting back into the workout routine, I think my immune system lowered because of it, because when you work out, your body is going on overdrive because you're physically doing that to yourself. You're purposely doing that. Because there's a difference between just normal physical activity and working out. And then, I've been just working. And then on Friday, I did my workout and I was like, holy shit, I am tired. And I fell asleep in my workout clothes. Great.
Lovely.
At like 6:30.
As people said, the one good thing that came out of the Olaf short, Anna being like, gross!
Yeah. Trust me, I felt gross when I woke up. But, and I woke up at like 2 a.m. or 1:30, I don't know. And I was like, why do I feel like death? And I tried to talk, and nothing came out. And I was like, oh, great. So I took a shower and everything, and then, at least I was able to start talking again. Thank you, Steam. But, yeah, I've been sick ever since. And even though my voice is coming back, everything else in my body hates me. The reason why I'm wearing this hoodie is because I've been having chills today, and what I'm wearing under the hoodie is a sweater. It's a sweater that I'm going to be wearing for our actual Christmas show. Striptease on camera. And just saying, this is not a sweater I wear often, but this competes with my party pants in terms of ugliness.
Ooh,
it's an ugly Christmas
sweater. Yeah.
Come on. Look, if there's ever a time where gaudiness is allowed, it's for Christmas sweaters. It's that time of year where it's allowed. It's kind of like how you can dress up in a fursuit during Halloween and not get judged. People do.
Oh yeah, they do. They do.
But no, pretty much my week has been battling sickness and battling fat, and that's been my week.
Sounds pleasant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, fun fact. So with the upcoming Christmas party at our company, we basically got information about the dress code, and the dress code is either fancy, like festive, or gaudy, ugly Christmas clothes. My problem,
Going for the latter.
I don't have the latter,
Go buy
and
the latter.
I outgrew the former thanks to the workout. So I guess I have to go naked to the Christmas party. It's a thing now.
I don't think they'll allow you.
They allowed our some C-level guy in a school girl uniform at a carnival's party. I'm not sure.
Yeah, but carnival is from the way you've described carnival to me, dearie. That sounds like that would be accepted because it's a holiday of debauchery.
Still, a schoolgirl uniform with a gray neckbeard.
Just buy a Christmas sweater and then you can throw it out. Swallow your pride. There are pictures of you that I have seen of you dressed as a woman and dressed as the Easter Bunny. You should not have shame in putting on an ugly Christmas sweater for a Christmas party.
This Easter Bunny costume was epic. Just
No,
saying.
it wasn't. Yes, the cotton ball on your ass was totally epic.
I know.
Oh, God.
Ah, good times, good times.
Yuri, make sure Max gets an ugly Christmas sweater, and I'll buy you something.
Oh, God, I really don't enjoy you two teaming up. This is not a good thing. I should never have.
Oh, he's like, let's do it. Yeah.
God damn it.
Oh no, but Yuri brings up a good point. You can reuse it for Christmas gaming and ties.
Hooray? Question mark.
But anyway, what else happened this week for you, darling?
Surprisingly little. I mean, we probably have to start last weekend since that's the last time the show was on. Basically normal, getting back into work, which was hard enough after the international trip, and then half a week just hanging out at home and doing nothing. Like nothing.
Yeah, we had React footage, and you told me how you did not even touch it till Sunday.
Yeah. But yeah, so basically this is what I did, like editing React footage. So yeah, guys, another React is coming up on. Will it be put on CellSpec's channel? Probably to keep it.
It's always on CellSpec. CellSpec is the hub.
Yeah,
and then,
even so, other people actually do the editing. Anyways, so I cut this together, which took long enough, to be honest. I actually continued being kind of productive. I mean, I actually have been productive this week. It's scary. So we did another session of Dream Daddy on Friday. We did another session of Undertale yesterday. I actually started earlier today to edit Gaming and Ties, where I still have 3 entire sessions in the backlog to upload and then release. So YouTube will still take a while to catch on to Gaming and Ties. And believe it or not, I managed to finish another script for a scripted video on my channel today, actually. I mean,
yep, I fixed all the grammatical errors.
Yeah, I had it mostly done earlier this week, but it was like far too short, and I was like, damn it. I aimed for 5 to 8 minutes for an episode and not 3 minutes. But I actually was able to fluff it up a little bit, and now it's at nearly 900 words, which probably will boil down to 5 minutes. Still a very short one, but the new series is supposed to be a short one, so hopefully stuff will happening.
What? What about family? Because I was about to say Yuri just apparently ordered you a sweater.
Oh, god damn it. No,
he said, already ordered it, enjoy.
Anyways, as I was saying,
You okay?
No, I'm not. You don't even know my size!
You will get it to you, Max, at the office. Oh, that's just lovely. You can try it on in front of that.
Well, I guess now at least I have something to wear for next week's Christmas episode of the AWKWARDCast, of also next week's or the week after Gaming and Ties Christmas episode, and my Christmas party at the company.
See, it's going to fulfill a use.
Yeah, I'm still disturbed. Anyways, yeah, this was my week so far. Who wants to go first with media?
Mine's really quick, so because I know yours will take a little bit longer since it's a longer piece of media.
Ooh.
So I'll go first.
You go first.
Since
Okay, let's see.
Yeah.
Can I click the correct one? No, I clicked the wrong one as always. There we go.
Since I've been sick, I've been kind of just lying down and watching YouTube videos, and I tend to watch a lot of animated content when I'm not feeling well, and when I'm feeling well, and always, because I'm trash. But I wanted to watch a new show that I was seeing a lot of fan content for, called Camp, which is by Rooster Teeth. And if I'm correct, Rooster Teeth also makes Ruby, whatever that CGI anime
really?
is.
Is it by Rooster?
I think it's Rooster Teeth.
Somebody will probably tell us in every second in the chat now.
Yeah, but like the thing is, I've watched Ruby and I've never gotten into it. I just, the style looks too weird in the fact of it's basically mocap anime, the Hatsune Miku looking shit. Not my cup of tea. But Camp is this really nice looking web cartoon. Like, it looks like something you would see on TV. And it's really nice. And it's basically, it looks like a kid's show, but it's not. And it's just about this camp full of all these weird little kids. And there's this, the camp counselor there. And he's like the most happy, joyous guy in the world. He can't say one bad thing about anything. In fact, like, the big climax of, like, season 1 or something was him actually saying a curse word.
Oh my. So I guess that's the guy.
Yeah, he's awesome.
The counselor.
And then, those two are basically the main characters. Like, I think the kid's name is actually Max, and he's, like, the most cynical asshole in the show.
Damn it, they based another character on me. How dare they?
But I've watched I've picked and choose episodes, because I still need to sit down and like watch it chronologically. Like, I watched the first few episodes at the beginning, but then I fast forwarded to season 2 because I found that there was a musical number in the season 2 premiere, and I was like, musical number? And I was listening to that, and it was like a Devil Went Down to Georgia kind of thing. So it was like a villain singing against a hero, and it was awesome. I would definitely recommend it. I always like to support consistently running web series animation, especially since YouTube is such a shithole for it. The fact that it is doing well, and it hasn't done what Frederator has done, which was, when they had Cartoon Hangover, and they moved now everything to Verve, which is like a paid service, and then they air the episodes onto the Frederator Cartoon Hangover channel later on for free, but you have to pay for the service if you want to get them when they actually come out. Because the simple thing is, YouTube's algorithm just does not treat animation with respect. The fact this is actually getting a fandom and having the backing. And yes, it's fun. It's done by one of the more major channels on YouTube, but that's the thing that has to be done to start it out. And the fact that this is having more success than Frederator, who's the fucking company that makes shows for TV like Fairly Odd Parents and a bunch of Nickelodeon shows and Adventure Time and shit, that says something. So I highly recommend watching it. It's fun. It's fun, and it's funny, and the style is just very charming, and I really like it. Though when the characters curse and do stuff, you could, because it has such a kid show feel, when it breaks it, it's like, well, oh, okay, but it's like it's a good taking aback. It's like, okay, it feels good. It's not one of those adult shows that looks like an adult show.
Yeah, link obviously down below.
Yeah,
So
so
this has already been your part, or
yeah, that was pretty.
Right.
That was pretty much it. I told you I had a very short media
yeah?
consumption.
I mean, I sadly can't offer anything to it because I have not heard of it until today. So
Yeah, well, I can't really contribute anything to
No,
yours because we're not seeing it till tonight.
Oh.
So
nice. So yeah, today I was able to continue my tradition, I guess, of going to the movies on the weekend, which I actually have been doing so successfully over the last few months that I today got my first free ticket. Because it's since I have my Cine Star card, the black one, the card.
oh yeah, that totally sleek one. Show it
Oh
off.
yeah, oh yeah. Should I now? Okay. Let me
Yeah,
get my card.
I know. I mean, yeah, just
audience.
whip it out.
The audience needs to see this. Like, look at this sleek black design. Like,
I don't know if they can handle it, baby. I don't
smells like very cheap plastic. It actually does. But look at the spark. Wait, my name is on there. No, damn it, my real name. Shit. Well, this was. Hopefully, my camera quality is too bad.
People know your real name's Max, so
yeah, but my last name as well, and it's not such a widespread last name in Germany. So, oops. I probably should draw even more attention to the fact that people will actually try to read it and then whatever. Anyways, moving on quickly. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure when I got this card, but it can't be too long. I remember that it was some point this year, and today at when I bought my ticket, she was like, "Oh, do you wanna use your points?" And I'm like, "Sure, use my points." And so yeah, I got the ticket for free, which. At the end of the day, it's just some kind of discount, like a quantity discount, because you get points for every purchase, and if you have enough purchases, you get a little bit for free.
It's like a rewards card that you can get at any store. Or
exactly.
Credit card.
Then again, it still has also the tiny advantage that there's always a movie of the week, which I get quite a lot cheaper actually, and can take a friend, which is. A cool thing, but yeah, this week was only trash, and I wanted to see Coco. This was a long introduction.
Oh, but tell us about Coco.
Oh, but you can't talk about Coco without talking about.
Olaf's Frozen Adventure. Doesn't this just look like the poster that you see for a really crappy ride at Disneyland that's obviously meant for little kids?
I mean, this is actually, I have seen the full poster, so this is actually just a cutout version of the upper part. So as you can see, here are the antlers, here are Sven's antlers, so it's actually it's actually a vertical poster.
It doesn't stop my opinion.
But yeah, so apparently this is now the most hated thing of December 2017 already. Apparently by the internet. I heard about its existence, but I was not aware that it is a pre-film of Coco. So it kind of surprised me when it started. But here's the thing: people hate it so much. I would say it's rather harmless. It actually got a few chuckles out of me, given that one of the most cringe-worthy characters of all of recent history Disney is the protagonist of this thing.
You'd think Olaf's cringy.
I mean, especially in the beginning of the movie, I was very strongly reminded that you have those two adult women in Anna and Elsa. Mm-hmm. Who often enough face real serious issues and so on. I mean, with what's the dude's name?
Anna's boyfriend.
Yeah. I mean, he's a little bit of a child in his head and in his behavior. So, but the two ladies, even with Anna's innocence and blue-eyedness towards the world, they have more adult stuff, more serious stuff going on, but they still keep this weird creature as a pet. So with all its comic reliefness. Oh, Christoph. Christoph was his name.
I think people don't like it because it's a 23-minute long short before a movie.
Oh, this explains a lot, because I had the feeling like this is long. I mean, compare this to this volcano thing in front of Monia.
No, Lava. You're talking about Lava. That was before Inside Out.
Wait, what? Lava was before Inside Out?
Yes.
Because it feels like it has to be in front of Moana.
No. I don't. Moana.
Moana? Seriously?
Yes. I know it's Vaiana where you're from in your backward society, but it's Moana.
Moana. Anyways,
yes.
it now that you mention it, it felt very long for a tiny pre-animation thingy. That's true. But yeah, given who was the main character, it felt surprisingly Christmassy, to be honest. Like, I don't know if I should actually talk about the content of it, but I mean, I guess I can give a short abbreviated idea of what's going on without going into actual spoiler territory, so I will keep the spoiler symbols for Coco. So basically, Olaf is running around and trying to get to find out about Christmas traditions, and and it's actually nice. He moves from place to place. He gets to see. There's a lot of musical numbers. Given how short this thing is, there's a lot of musical numbers, and we don't have any Let It Goes.
This sounds like a special that would air on TV, though, not before a major motion picture.
Yeah, but Disney is Disney, and Disney likes to rub its own dick, so they put one Christmas special in front of their Christmas holiday cinematic release, because they are Disney.
Even though Coco has nothing to do with Christmas?
What? How can you say that a movie that takes place in Mexico around the Fiesta de la Muerte has nothing to do with a Christmas short taking place in Norway? You're silly.
Oh my god.
But yeah, what I can say about this thing, it's no Frozen quality, duh. But it's a nice, harmless little thing. It was not as cringy as I would have expected. I mean, I guess there are a few cringe moments, but they're actually funny moments. Like, ha, funny. This was a good joke moments. So, I don't know why everybody is so pissed about it. I mean, I got 1.5 movies for the price of one, so... Oh, actually for none, because thanks to my Cinestar card, I got in for free.
Oh yeah, apparently, before Moana was that Inner Workings short where it was like, all the organs inside of a guy trying to tell him what to do. And it was like the brain versus the heart kind of Inside Out with organs. That was the short that happened before Moana, but Lava came out with Inside Out.
Oh. Okay.
You chat. You actually have a use for once. But tell us about Coco.
Tell us about Coco. So
did it make you cry?
Huh?
Did it make you cry?
I got misty-eyed.
Oh, okay,
it did not make me cry, but there were moments where it was like something in my eye. Manliness. Okay, tears are back inside. No. No, it's there were touching moments. This is basically what I would say before we go into slightly. I will not go completely spoiler, but the moment I go spoilery, I will put on the signs. For now, completely general spoiler free things I can say about it. So it is extremely touchy. It's like, and this movie did a crappy job in marketing itself. I just want to say this. I mean, on the one hand, I am not the guy who hunts down spoilers or trailers. Sorry, I already started calling trailers spoiler. I'm not the guy who hunts down trailers, but I recall having seen one or two. I mean, I have definitely seen the teaser, and the teaser which is only about the dog chasing a bone. And sorry, this teaser is no good representation of this movie whatsoever. I mean, yeah, the dog is in the movie, and there are bones in the movie, but it gives a very wrong impression about the atmosphere of the movie in general. Like, you have only focus. This is like basically, it's kind of like they did with Ice Age, where they just had the Scratch as a teaser. And then Scratch was actually not even supposed to be in the movie, and then they created a lot of additional scenes to put him in because people liked the teaser so much. So here they did the same thing with the wacky animal companion and made a teaser completely focused on him, even though Dante, the dog, is actually part of the real movie and is not artificially crammed in afterwards.
It's something similar with because if people remember, the first teaser trailer for Frozen was just Olaf in the snow with Sven, and that's why everyone kind of had like a "this movie's gonna suck" vibe about it when the first trailer came out. So Disney kind of has a bit of a reputation with not good at advertising. But it seems like the worse the movie's marketed, the better the actual film is.
This is good news for Incredibles 2. I mean, then again, I haven't seen the teaser, but it was rather like... Oh, the teaser for Incredibles 2 is really just Jack, Ray.
It's Jack showing the some powers, and then...
and walking towards the logo and getting picked up, and then it's like Incredibles 2, 2018.
Yeah, like, it's just Bob finding out the kid has powers, and there you go.
We already knew this at the end of the last one. But yeah.
The parents didn't know that he had powers because it was too far away from them to see anything.
Really?
Yeah.
I call bullshit on this one, but...
I watch Incredibles again.
Every excuse to watch Incredibles again is a good one. Nevertheless, yeah, marketing-wise, I did not expect this touchy, funny movie with a very strong theme about family. Yeah, from what I saw before then. And I could swear that I saw another trailer, because I recall seeing certain shots that I don't think have been in the teaser, so I don't know.
Probably saw the trailer that had him playing the guitar that introduced the idea of him being in the world of the dead, because that was the only other big trailer that they really had until like the last week before the movie came out.
Yeah, but I didn't... yeah, for me it was still rather blind going in there. I mostly really... But but my point is, I was completely uninterested about the movie, but everybody who already saw it was like, wow! And I was like, okay, those are people who I actually trust have a good opinion about music, movies. So that was my main motivation to go there, and I was not disappointed, not at all. So good stuff there. And I am afraid that I might drift into a little bit of minor spoilery stuff, not big spoiler. I will not talk about details about the story, but yeah, just to be safe, let's go into spoiler mode. I will keep the spoilers very low level so that I don't give... do I already give too much away? I'm not sure. Why have you not seen the movie yet?
I mean, I just haven't, because I've been sick, you ignoramus.
But you are less sensitive to mild spoilers, right?
You know me, I am. It's because all of our circle of friends like to spoil me before we even get into a movie.
Fair enough, fair enough. So, yeah, without going into details, one thing that I did notice about the movie was... Oh, first of all, there was what I liked about the movie is that when the boy, I mean, there's a boy, the little boy is the protagonist. You know this when you start watching.
Miguel.
So, Miguel, exactly. So there is Miguel, and when he acts like a little shit, he actually gets karma for it. He actually does not get away with doing real shitty stuff where you are like, you little, and then the movie is like, okay, I'm satisfied. My need for justice has been pleased. So yeah, that's a good thing. But a thing I noticed is that, especially if I compare it to previous Pixar movies, Pixar is kind of becoming a little bit the Shyamalan of the new era. Like, there's always a Pixar twist. Or a Disney, actually, if you think Frozen. That
I
there's
know
a little
what
bit...
you know what, you gave that hint. I know what you mean, and that is something that got spoiled for me.
Oh,
Thank you, Twitter.
Yeah, but maybe not going too much into detail here.
Yeah, we're not going into it, but I know what you're talking about.
So there is a twist in the movie. First half of the twist I actually saw coming rather early on, but they still managed to top it off with an even extremer twist.
Oh boy.
Which was like, first of all, I'm the guy who always does not see those twists coming. Where other people, you would probably be the one who is half an hour before it happens, like, oh, and
probably.
For me, it was really like, this just turned sideways.
I hope that I see the movie in a full theater, because I remember when Frozen came out, I went to a packed theater on the first weekend of its showing. And when there was the Hans twist, I could hear the entire audience audibly gasp. And I'm like, I really hope that if this is the twist I'm thinking of, that's gonna happen again.
Might be. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, there's still a big difference between Pixar, Disney movies having a twist and Shyamalan. Shyamalan is advertising all his... Shyamalan was a twist guy. He didn't really write particularly good movies, but they always had the twist, and that was his thing. And everybody was like, oh, what a twist. Let's see what the twist is in this Shyamalan movie. This was basically what got people into the movies. With Pixar and Disney, they have a twist, but they... the focus is not the twist, therefore it doesn't matter that they start doing a twist every time. But I just noticed that it kind of becomes a thing. But yeah, I guess we return to the normalness of talking.
Let me ask you a couple questions that are not spoilery.
Since you have not seen it, your questions are obviously unloaded. So yes,
they are unloaded. Out of the Pixar movies that you have good memories of, where would you rank Coco in? Either in the way that it's does it resonate with you more than previous Pixar films, or is it actually on that lower spectrum? Like,
I mean, it's kind of weird. Just this week, I went through all Disney through all Pixar movies. Oh wait, this is...
Did you watch every Pixar movie?
No. I went through a literal list of all Pixar movies.
Oh, but like...
let me see. I mean, let me just get an idea what my favorites are, and then compare it to them. I mean, we have Incredibles, which I absolutely love. We have Inside Out, which I love. A lot of Toy Stories that are amazing. Then there's a Coco. Oh, Up was pretty great as well.
Up was good.
So, among those movies, good question. So where would I put this one? I mean, it's up there with the other ones because it was fantastic to look at. It was spectacular visually.
Music was good. I would hope that it was
Obviously, in a movie where a guitar is on every second or on every single poster, you would expect that music plays a certain role in it and is good.
You'd be surprised.
That's true. Oh yeah, Crimson, totally. The Spider-Man also had a twist, which I also did not see coming at all. And when it happened, I gasped like.
Yeah, that was another audience gasp moment when because the movie theater was full. But I was sitting there and I looked over at like Zach and Will and stuff because they were gasping. They were like, "Oh my god!" I'm like, "You didn't see that."
But yeah, to just put in Crimson's question first, why is it called Coco? Surprising, it is kind of surprising. Coco is actually the name of the grandmother.
The grandmother or the grandfather?
Grandmother.
Grandmother,
or
okay.
actually great-grandmother. I mean, it once again gets explained in the first 5 minutes of the movie. But yeah,
so
it makes sense in the end. But yeah, it's like the question, why is this movie called Coco? I had the same question while watching, so fair enough. But yeah, to go back to your question about how would I rank it. I guess among the best of Pixar, it probably boils down to what you personally like the most. I mean, from the most refined Pixar movies, it probably goes into a genre thing. Because Incredibles, I love superheroes, so I have a boner for Incredibles by default. It's an absolutely fantastic superhero movie. And Pixar. So it has fantastic elements of two worlds.
It almost want Incredibles 2 to suck just to see your heart break.
Oh, that's a lovely wish for me. I mean, when we, for example, go for touchiness, then we have Inside Out, which I believe Inside Out got a tear out of me the first time.
Inside Out made me cry. Like that one, that Inside Out that's the Pixar movie that brought a lot of tears to my eyes. That and Good Dinosaur made me cry too, and everyone gets annoyed with me that I actually legitimately.
Oh yeah, I recall the Pixar War movie.
How is it a vor movie?
Because they eat living animals who still scream for help while in the mouth of the bird creatures.
Okay. That's not the point of the movie, Max. Why was that the thing you got out of it?
Because people were freaking out about it.
Cool.
But yeah, I mean, it is instantly, I would say, among the bigger ones. It's in the top 5, just out of the box in the top 5. Once again, how it would rank as your personal one would probably depend on what you prefer the most in a movie. I had a really good time.
Knowing me, do you think I'm gonna like it?
Oh yeah, you will. Like definitively. I want to see the person who doesn't like it.
No.
I mean, probably people who by default dislike animated movies because they're only for kids or something. No, it has a good story, has good music, has good visuals, has lovable characters. I guess somebody who does not have family at all will probably not be able to enjoy a movie about family.
Okay.
All that
Orphanage can't take a field trip to go see Coco. The orphanage can't go on a field trip to go see Coco.
they can, but they will probably cry the most. Like, I want this! Why can I not have a family like this?
Is that where mommy and daddy went? Can I go find a golden guitar and go to the dead?
Pretty much. Yeah, so an absolutely clear go and watch this one from me.
Yeah. Now we can move on to questions.
Yay! We probably should come with up with an Q&A sign for the top left.
Well, that's something that you can do, darling.
Absolutely. If I would not be lazy or something.
Yeah. Okay. There are two questions that are very similar to each other.
Mm.
So I'm going to make this kind of like a two-part question. Denim asks, what's your favorite Christmas movie? And K. Damon asks, what's your favorite Christmas movie or short? For K. Damon's part, I'm going to be like a Christmas special, like a special of a TV show or something. Mm-hmm. So, Christmas movie. And she's also said other than Die Hard. Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. I will sing till the day I die. It is not a Christmas movie.
Ho, 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 motherfucker. I have a gun now.
If Child's Play doesn't count as a Christmas movie, Die Hard shouldn't either.
But it takes place on Christmas.
So does Child's Play, but no one counts Child's Play as a Christmas movie.
Yeah, because it's about a creepy doll.
And what's Die Hard about?
Bruce Willis saying ho, ho, ho.
It's not a Christmas movie. People just want to make it a Christmas movie to piss me off. But no, favorite Christmas movie probably is Home Alone 2. I watch that every year. And I am one of the people that think Home Alone 2 is a huge improvement from the first movie. And I like.
And that's why you voted Trump, because you loved his cameo so much.
I forgot his cameo existed. I repressed that memory. But the Home Alone 2 or...
But I love how you not denied voting for him.
I didn't vote. I couldn't vote.
Oh, okay. This sounds better.
But it's like, but no, Home Alone 2 or Elf. I can't, everyone thinks Elf is like one of the worst movies ever, but it's so full of unadulterated joy. I can't help but feel happy. And I went to go see it in theaters, like in New York City where they filmed everything. And I don't know why. That movie just makes me, there's just so much joy that radiates from it. It turns even the grumpiest of people into like just smiling, and I love it.
So before I answer the question, a short one from Het Wendemoes in the chat. Does the Christkind bring presents to you, to me? Yes, here's a funny thing which I just talked about the other day with my American coworker. So we have a coworker who is American who just moved to Germany to work with us and save his family from certain situations in his home country. He did it. He had the balls to actually move. So when the country went to shit. Nevertheless, yeah, and I also had to explain to him the concept that in Germany, it is not Santa Claus who brings the presents at Christmas. It's the baby Jesus, or the Christ child.
See, that's kind of weird to me.
Yeah, I know. And he had a few very interesting critical questions about this German custom that I never thought about. And they were like, good point. Like, he's like, okay, so... And also, in addition to this, to the fact that it's not Santa Claus, but child Jesus, we also open the presents in the evening of Christmas Eve and not in the morning of the first Christmas holiday. So his questions were like, so how does this work? So how old? First of all, how old is Christ child? I mean, if it's just a newborn, which literally just got born, I don't really see it go.
Presents.
Yeah, and it's a good question. I was like, I never really thought about it. I mean, you kind of picture a small child, like, I don't know, 6 to 10 something, blonde hair, which makes...
I'm just wondering, like, if you open presents on Christmas Eve evening, when does he bring the presents?
This was the other logical, critical question my coworker had for me, where I was also like... You see, in our family, the tradition was that we children basically had to wait in the dining room, or not dining room, but in the food room, while the Christ child was actually putting the presents in the living room with my parents, and the room was locked, and we were allowed to come over when a bell rings, and then, of course, the Christ child and the angels already left.
Okay, you say that American traditions are stupid. We at least kind of make a little bit more sense.
It's true. I mean...
we're not thinking the baby Jesus is coming to visit our parents. Our parents lock us in a room.
I have to say, I mean, my sister has a smart system, so they always go to church on Christmas Eve, which means that... either the dad forgot something and has quickly to go back and return, and then he is still there for the entire church visit, but miraculously there are no presents in the living room. Or like it was last week, where they actually hired me because I was visiting the family. I drove there while they were in church, put all the presents out of the hiding place under the tree, then left the house again, drove around the corner, waited for half an hour until they returned from church, discovered the presents and everything, and then I came there like, hey guys, here I am for Christmas Eve. Yes!
It's way too complicated.
And admittedly, doing the gift giving on the morning of the first day is logistically a lot easier to explain. I will give America this one.
Yeah,
and still and once again, we also don't have the imagery of a sleigh or any other way of transportation to get the presents there. So it's kind of like child materializes with a bunch of presents and probably angels, so it's not child labor, in the living room, puts them there and beams back up to heaven or something. I don't even know.
I'm getting a total science fiction vibe of just him materializing presents from plasma. Freaking beam me up, Jesus, and it's just like, it's like, or freaking, who's the angel that has the horn that opens the gates?
Gabriel? No.
Gabriel?
I don't know. Maybe.
Yes.
Gabriel, beam me up, Gabriel. We have a waker. Gabriel, we have a waker. We have a waker. Quick, beam me and the angels up. Yeah, we put the presents in place. Beam, beam, beam.
I feel so bad for the children in your country because, like, they can't watch like 90% of Christmas specials without being very confused.
Yeah, because we watch the American Christmas specials with Santa Claus, so we kind of have the concept of Santa Claus as.
But you guys don't use it. That makes no sense. That's like people in a country where Valentine's Day doesn't exist watching Valentine's Day specials, or freaking any other country besides America watching Happy Thanksgiving Charlie Brown. There is no reason.
And we still do. Yeah.
So
Halloween is also not a thing in Germany. It is very slowly catching on with specific Halloween parties, but you don't see any trick-and-treating happening on Halloween. It very slowly over the last 10 years tried to, but we know Halloween movies since Halloween the movie, so...
Oh, actually, Yuri has a great question. Do you guys, like, during the Christmas season, do you guys still have, like, Santa Claus on the Coca-Cola? Because that's, like, isn't that an international thing?
Probably. I mean, at the end of the day, Coca-Cola invented Santa Claus. I mean, they took Father Christmas.
The red-suited Santa Claus.
Yeah, they took Father Christmas, who actually had a green suit, and turned him red, so he is more a form of their franchise or their branding. But yeah. They stole a traditional character. Well, this has been good times, right? When old characters could be used because they have been common what?
Public domain.
Yeah, they have been public domain. Disney. I don't know. Recently, I have a grudge against Disney. I mean, I love the movies they put out, but as a company, they are just the worst. Maybe EA is still worse.
When we go to Disney on my birthday, you're just going to be glaring at everything the whole time.
Oh no, I will enjoy the rides, but the moment Mickey Mouse comes up, I will kick him in the nuts.
Oh, we don't need to get kicked out of the park on my birthday.
Then again, we established last time when we have been in California Adventure that most of those mascots actually are girls because you need a smaller statue to fit into those real-size costumes with the giant heads. And thanks to South Park, I know that girls don't have balls, so I actually can't kick Mickey in the balls.
You didn't learn that just from being alive and having partners?
I never looked for balls, but South Park explicitly told me that there are no balls on girls.
You could still kick them in the groin and it will hurt. I know from experience.
This raises more questions than I'm willing to hear the answer to. So, my favorite Christmas special. I guess I'm not sure if both count as a movie or one of them counts as a TV special. Not sure, so I just will go for those two. And as a movie, I will go with Miracle of Manhattan. Is this the one where...
That is a Christmas movie.
Ah yeah, with Matilda, isn't it?
Yes.
Ah, the one with Matilda. I don't know. I watched it as a child. It has kind of a soft spot for me. But
Don't
yeah.
you mean the Miracle on 34th Street?
This was the one with the little alien robots in the building.
Okay, no, then we're not thinking the same movie.
I think the movie where there is this old actor who actually really looks like Santa Claus, who then in the movie acts as Santa Claus because there's a drunken Santa Claus on a parade and he replaces him and he instantly gets hired.
Did it have like an entire court case where the person was trying to prove?
Yes.
That's Miracle on 34th Street. That's not Miracle in Manhattan.
But what's Miracle in Manhattan then?
I'm going to look it up right now. Miracle in Manhattan. The Miracle of Manhattan was apparently a silent film. Okay, you are thinking of a complete... You're not even thinking of the right name of the movie.
Here's what... Okay, the movie I was thinking about is called The Miracle in the 8th Street in German, but its original name is Batteries Not Included. That's a logical translation.
And that's the one with the little robots?
And the movie Miracle of 34th Street is called in Germany Das Wunder von Manhattan, which translates to The Miracle of Manhattan. So I had the right title in my head, but it actually got translated differently in German.
Well, okay, that ain't my fault.
No,
but yeah, Miracle on 34th Street is your favorite Christmas movie.
And if we go for a TV special, I probably mixed it up and it was exactly the other way around, whatever. Muppets Christmas Carol.
No, that's a movie. That is a movie.
I don't care. Now this is officially my TV special.
I said Christmas movie. I didn't say... I said 2 Christmas movies. I haven't said what my favorite Christmas special was.
Oh yeah, wow.
So you can have 2 movies too. You can go gush about Muppets Christmas Carol because that is a great movie.
Absolutely.
It's so fucking okay. It does have one of those biggest examples of why Katzenberg is one of the worst things that ever happened to Disney, and why Katzenberg is the person who founded DreamWorks.
Okay.
You know that song "The Love Is Gone" that got taken out of the movie, even though it's the song that Scrooge's wife sings when she leaves him, and they have a whole reprisal of that song at the end of the movie in the actual thing. But he cut it out because apparently it bored the kids, even though it's integral to the plot of the movie.
That sounds like a smart move.
Oh, yeah. But even in the new Blu-ray releases, they don't include that scene, and it pisses me off. It's like, give us the finished movie. But my favorite Christmas special is actually, you probably wouldn't know what it is. It's called Olive the Other Reindeer. And it's based off a children's book that I used to read when I was a little kid. And it's about this dog, this talking dog.
Obviously.
That loves Christmas, but he doesn't act like a dog. He doesn't chase the mailman. He doesn't do any of that stuff. And his owner is like, why don't you act like a dog? And Olive goes into his doghouse and hears a report that one of Santa's reindeer is sick, so they can't do the trip across the world to give presents. And he was like, we'll see if Olive the Other Reindeer can do it. And he thinks he says Olive the Other Reindeer, not all of the other reindeers. And so it's him and a penguin traveling to the North Pole, while a mailman who wants to make sure that no one gets presents that year, because during Christmas, mailmen and stuff get a bunch of they get overworked because everyone wants packages and stuff on Christmas, is trying to ruin Christmas. And the voice of Homer Simpson's in it. Dan Castellaneta plays the villain, and he has a whole song sequence, and it's such a cheesy movie, little special, but it's so, I love it. I love it so much, and it's surprisingly clever for something that's obviously for little kids. So I would recommend it. It's cute. It's a cute little time waster. But that's my Christmas special. But do you have any Christmas shorts or specials that you like? I mean, you watch a lot of TV. There must be a Christmas episode of something.
How about the Christmas special from Miraculous Ladybug?
Oh my God, no.
Just for your pained expression, it is now my favorite.
I mean, Enigma asked a question that's here that he's asking specifically you. What are your thoughts on the Miraculous Ladybug episodes? Best and worst episode besides the Christmas episode and the references they put in the show. And I'm not allowed to respond to the question. I have to have a grumpy face for all my answers, so.
Why?
I don't know, but he asked this request and I'm here to please.
Let me just go to Netflix and open up the episodes, so I see them all and can actually decide which one is good.
Except the one that they deliberately did not put into the Netflix list.
Yeah. Wait, what? There's another one now. Miraculous Ladybug can a happy birthday. Huh? That's weird.
Nightmare Before Christmas? Nightmare Before Christmas is a Halloween movie, my friends. It was released near Halloween, not Christmas.
So, what did we have? So, the bubbler was not good, the pigeon man. God damn it.
That is okay, I can't respond.
Yeah. Lady Wi-Fi was pretty good. Probably a Chloe-focused episode as the worst one.
What, Antibug?
No, Antibug, I didn't think too bad of Antibug.
Any episode where Chloe causes the conflict, so like half the series?
Probably.
Oh, well, you know what? I'm breaking the rules. I would respond. The worst episode of the show was fucking Manon, like the little girl that Marionette.
Oh yeah, you were screaming bullshit.
Oh, yeah, because okay, I don't know if this is a spoiler thing or not, but completely out of context. So Manon's powers when she becomes like a supervillain.
Evilized.
But that was the best thing to do at EQLA with Lauren. It's just random times. We scared people. No, she becomes like this puppeteer thing with voodoo. Essentially, it was voodoo dolls because her whole motivation is that Marionette made little dolls of like Ladybug, Cat Noir, and a couple villains, and she's like, I want that doll. So she becomes a puppeteer and makes people into the villains and controls them. And she's about to have control of the Ladybug puppet. and the beam is shooting in the air, but she's able to use a pause button from another villain to stop it. And suddenly, the thing, it doesn't even pause the beam of magic, it just explodes it. So it's suddenly gone. And I call bullshit. It was only hitting the girl, not the fucking beam of magic. Those are two separate entities once it leaves your fucking fingers. That was dumb. God, that episode pissed me off. The fact this show makes me feel such intense emotions, it shows the fact that I actually care about it, which is... I'm still trying to accept that.
Yeah. I don't know, there were a few weak episodes, so... I mean, some of those episodes who were actually weak had the cheese going on for them. I mean, Mr. Pigeon was objectively seen a horrible episode, but with his over-the-top cheesiness, the actor enjoyed just performing it, and with him riding a carpet of birds, like, oh, I'm standing on those birds, it had a certain...
You thought, when you saw the World War II plane made out of pigeons and your face just like...
It had a certain so bad it's good quality, but there have been episodes that were really hard to watch now, haven't there?
I mean, the ones that I can think of, at least for you, are the ones where you're complaining about Chloe every 2 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like, it probably is a Chloe episode, but I most likely have already blocked the memory. So
probably the episode with the goth girl who always had the problem with taking photos.
Oh, this one pissed me off. That's true. Oh yeah, and it's also with one of those extremely ugly villain designs.
Yeah, I remember you being like...
She has no power, she is no threat whatsoever.
But she was the one that was closest to winning.
Also, yeah. Ah, God, this just...
I'm not supposed to answer, but I break your rules. This is my show, not yours.
Oh, Enigma is here and complaining. You're not supposed to answer the question. But why is she not allowed to answer? That's a different one.
I want to know. What did I do?
But yeah, moving on.
Yeah, moving on. Let's see. There's weirdest show we've ever watched.
In general?
Not a show question today. I guess the most what the fuck TV shows. I mean, every show has an episode that's like that, but I don't think I've ever... The Best Time Ever could always count as one, but in the best way possible.
That's true.
I guess that would be my choice, because I really... that or anything that's after 2 a.m. on Adult Swim, because at that point they just let the stoners have an animation budget.
I guess so. Weirdest show. I mean, I guess I could go with an obvious answer, like what's it called? Neo Yokio.
That show is amazing. It's a work of art.
This probably depends very much on your point of view.
You've only watched 2 episodes.
That's true. Maybe I will do the 4th at some point in time when I have digested the first 2.
You still haven't?
I probably have, but I'm like, whatever. Weirdest shows? I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that starts out pretty weird, but becomes also rather
normal.
Deep, yeah, but it gets certain qualities over time. Like, think back Adventure Time. When Adventure Time aired, especially, I believe, once again, because the episodes were in a weird order. Like, with the very first episode of Adventure Time is the one where they revive zombie candy people. This is one first episode. No exposition, no introduction to the characters whatsoever. Just a princess of candy people who suddenly raises zombie candy people. And I believe there was a talking pinata on some.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
talking pinata and everything. I guess like
But it
I guess OKKO could also count as one in the way that it's just if you're not into that genre, it will be very weird. It's a very niche cartoon.
Hmm.
The thing is, everyone's definition of the word weird is
But the thing is that most shows that is often shows that start out weird, but then either they die out very quickly, or that actually when they go on long enough that you actually start to see a pattern in the weirdness, like it was with Adventure Time, like it was with still haven't seen regular show. Steven Universe also started out kind of weird if you especially look at only the first episode where he's singing about he's singing about an ice
cream.
yeah, he's singing about an ice cream. Then there are those ladies who punch a bunch of monster worms and what? So yeah, a lot of shows that start out super weird, but eventually once you arrive within the universe the show takes place in, it kind of grows on you and you start understanding it. And okay, apparently we now have a battle within the chat between regular show fans and regular show haters. Oh yeah, try rewatch Captain Planet. Good point. I guess Captain Planet, if we would take a step back and would watch Captain Planet nowadays with fresh eyes, we would also be like, what the hell did we smoke as kids to be able to watch this?
I mean, apparently you smoked it well enough that there's good memories because of another reason people need to watch OKKO. I'm going to plug OKKO till the day I die. They have an episode where they bring back Captain Planet and Kwame, the guy who had the Earth Ring, and they bring back the original voice actors and everything. No reason. Apparently Captain Planet just exists in this universe.
Fair enough. Ooh, just recalled. I watched this week, Kitty, Princess Unikitty.
Oh, how is that? I haven't seen it.
So, for everybody who can put this name anywhere, Princess Unikitty is this weird cat character from the Lego movie. And now she got her own very sparkly, over-the-top cartoon show. 3 episodes only so far, with a bunch of new extra characters. It is completely cartoon, but they still go for that they all are made out of Lego. So they are all blocky, they can all detach parts, and when they are shocked, they are like, woo! And they fall apart and jump into parts again. So it's an animated show, but all elements within the show are references to Lego stones. Because
I've seen like one clip of it where it's like
but they are a lot more bendy, obviously.
Yeah, where Unikitty has like a brother named Puppicorn, and he finds out that he's a prince, and it's like, I mean, this is cute, but the art style, like, not even the art style, it's just the colors were like, why?
Very bright, and well, if you think back to the character Unikitty in the Lego movie, it was like the wee character.
Yes, but the thing is, at least in the world that Unikitty lived in before it got destroyed, everything in the background was like a soft blue or it was white, so all the big, bright, poppy colors had something soft to bounce against it. You can't put highlighters on top of highlighters and expect them to not bleed, you know?
Yeah. But yeah, this was pretty weird. Only shot. By the way, this particular scene you mentioned, I have seen it before. It was not in those 3 episodes, so I have no idea where it comes from.
I don't know either. I found it on the website because I'm like, there's the huge thing with Cartoon Network that's so hard, and it's like, I want to support your good shows, but you give me no way of legally watching your good shows, because if I bought cable and watched it on TV, I would only be watching Teen Titans Go, and your fucking website doesn't show full episodes, and your mobile app requires you to have a cable provider.
But yeah, what I just remembered, MTV shows from the 90s.
Beavis and Butthead.
Celebrity Deathmatch. The Max.
I would say Clone High was a pretty weird show.
But the Max, have you ever seen this one?
Yes, I have.
This was some fucked up shit.
The animated Tick show was also really weird.
I heard good on Freakazoid.
But you could argue any of the Spielberg shows were kind of weird in their own way.
That's
Freakazoid
true.
was the epitome of the weird, though.
But yeah, we were asked what is the weirdest we have seen. So there we go. There's an answer.
Yeah. Oh, God, I gotta rewatch Freakazoid. Freakazoid is awesome.
But yeah, there's by the way, there's a missing Christmas question.
Oh, where?
Which somebody asked the Scheiborg Meister did the bad thing of responding to your question, to your call for questions.
Okay, that's
without the hashtag.
See, that's that part.
Yeah. So at keyframe at ANY, best Christmas presents versus worst Christmas presents you two have ever received.
Can I just say what the worst Christmas present overall would be? I haven't gotten it, but I found this out.
Oh.
The worst present to give someone on Christmas Day is an advent calendar. Why? Because they can't use it till next fucking December. Why would you buy something that someone can't use for 11 months? Sorry.
Ooh,
I'm gonna make ANY put a link in the description. There's a Jack's film series called Yesterday I Asked You, and he did one about the worst Christmas presents.
Okay.
And that was the absolute worst ones. And it is hilarious, and there are way too many Minion things that people got.
Yeah, I could relate.
But no, you go first. What was the best Christmas present you have ever gotten?
Best Christmas present I ever got. Now the problem is being able to tell apart Christmas and birthday presents. Because there was one pretty brilliant present I got, but I believe it was a birthday present, so it doesn't really count now, does it?
I mean, you could just say it, and we could just say it was Christmas.
I guess so, but I'm pretty sure it was a birthday present.
And now I'm alone again, just like every day in my life. But the thing is, he doesn't really exist. You guys are seeing a lucid moment. Oh,
Absolutely.
He's back.
Yeah. Like, I'm pretty sure this was a...
Oh, that... Yeah, you said it. You told me that was a birthday present.
That's what I recalled. Like, a birthday present. Ha! This angle, it's the most... the angle where it is the most visible. Then it's also very...
It's to describe it to people, it's a portrait of him.
Yeah, but drawn from memory. So that was a pretty cool present.
Cool.
But here's the thing where I can basically be like, I mean, I have another present which is also not Christmas present, but also just a generally underwhelming present. Here's my problem with questions. Not that I have a video planned about this or anything. So to give you a short teaser, the problem is basically all questions, all gifts that you actually wished for are already could already not be the best presents I ever got. Because if you have a list like, oh yeah, I was a Lego child, so I literally got the Lego catalog from the store and just wrote down the numbers of all the boxes I wanted.
Okay.
And I mean, as a small child, later, thankfully, I stopped doing this. But yeah, so basically, my parents got for Christmas, the Christ child, sorry, the Christ child got a list with basically just all the numbers for the different Lego things written down. And some of them I got, some of them I didn't, whatever they could find or not, whatever. So yeah, this was like, wow, what fantastic presents. I mean, I literally wished for them, so I can't call them bad, but as presents, they were, in hindsight, pretty underwhelming because there was no deep thought put into them. It was like, hey, here's a shopping list. Okay, here are the presents.
See, that's actually a thing with me with presents too, and it's why I'm a huge person who hates gift cards. I have a huge hate for gift cards, and only in certain circumstances I'm like, I will accept cash. Like, I'll accept it, but I don't give it. Because I'm just like, if I'm getting someone something, my family hates me because of this. If I'm getting someone something, I want it to be something that I think represents them. I don't usually, like, because a lot of my cousins and everything, because I was the big Christmas present buyer. People usually didn't buy me presents. I got everyone else presents. That's
Hasn't really
family.
changed now, has it?
No, it hasn't. But I'm not mad about that. BTW, my voice just does not present emotion well. It's just how it is. But you know, my cousins would make like lists and everything, be like, this is what I want. But it's like, I'm not getting this for you. I'm going to get you something else. And 9 times out of 10, I usually get them something they didn't know they liked or they didn't know they wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because I actually put in the effort and the damn to know my family, to get to know what are things that they like and get it for them. Because it's the thing of, if they really wanted it, they can just go to the store and get it themselves. It's the thought. It's like, as cheesy as it is, it's the thought that counts. And all my favorite gifts that I've ever gotten have either been hand-drawn drawings that like Lauren has made me, or it's been stuff that people have just done for me as actions because it's obvious has more care than what a gift card can bring, you know? So it's like, yeah, like to me, presents are, I hate the shopping list type of presents kind of thing.
Yeah, but yeah, that's the reason. But here's the thing, because it was kind of tradition to have those thingies in the family, because we have been 4 children, so in order to make it manageable, we all had our lists. So yeah, most presents came from the list and therefore are neutral. They're good in regards to, yeah, I wished for them. They are bad in regards for, wow, what a very personal and touching and deep present. Not. And then I believe at the end of my school time, I was still in school when I was like, you know, family, dear parents, dear siblings, I don't want presents. I want to be outside of the entire present thing. I don't want to give them, I don't want to receive them, because I don't like the shopping list thing, but I also don't I also don't have the energy to do the individual personalized presents. And well, they all were like, okay, let's do this. And fun fact, nowadays my entire family is like, except for the nieces and nephews who are small children and so on. But yeah, my siblings, my parents, they also don't give presents among each other anymore. They are more like, let's take the entire family and go out into a theme park or something. Instead of finding presents for each other, which everybody except for the nieces and nephews could buy themselves when they wanted to, we now do a family activity together instead as a collective present to ourselves. So,
My never do that. My family would never do that.
Yeah, you need the family to play along with this tactic. That's true.
Yeah, and also the thing is, I like giving presents because I feel a joy when I do that. But that's the type of person I am. I have that kind of energy inside of me.
To the point where it becomes uncomfy.
Oh, I've gotten better.
That's true. That's true.
And you wear the gift that I get you almost every day.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Huh?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, totally. Also, apparently Yuri says I'm basically an apple. I don't get this, but okay. Oh look, Yuri says he likes gifting. He's getting you a sweater.
Yeah, he. But once again, it's not a Christmas present from a list. It's just like, hey, dude, here's something nice for you. But
that's what I do, and you get whatever. But let's see. My favorite.
You are a starving artist.
I'm not a starving artist. With the things I can afford, I'm not a starving artist. Christ. Let's see. With the purchase I made right before the podcast, I'm not a starving artist.
I mean, what is this thing you are wearing? Did you get this from somebody as a present, or did you do this as an intuitive shopping thing in the middle of Disneyland?
It was downtown Disney, first of all. And second of all, everyone said it looked cute on me, including you. So I bought it.
You have a tail, and I'm a furry. Of course, I am. I say this kind of thing looks cool, and I'm still very peeved about the fact that they didn't have a party like a Ewok shirt in my size.
Oh boy!
I so wanted to party like an Ewok.
Maybe they'll have a bigger size the next time you come. But let's see. The first, my favorite Christmas present I've ever gotten. God. It's the nerdiest thing. Oh, why are you
one
signed
day,
up?
one day.
Have you ever checked if it's just you can find a bigger size online?
Also, I have the feeling, was this really the print that's on the shirt?
No.
Because I have the feeling that it looked cooler than this, because this looks actually pretty shitty.
It was more cartoony. But, no, my favorite Christmas present I ever got was a model solar system.
This is it, yeah! My reaction shows that this must be the shirt because it looks cool again. I wanted this shirt, but it was only there in kid sizes.
You done?
I'm done, sorry, you may continue.
Yeah, my favorite gift I ever gotten was a model solar system.
Ha!
This
You are a nerd, you know this, right?
Oh yeah, no, I actually have I'm going to be working on these story time animations, kind of like what the Odd Ones Out and Jaden animations that a bunch of people do. And it's basically becoming a series of how much I was a fucking nerd when I was a kid. And the biggest thing I was a nerd about was space. And to the point...
I'm in space!
You done?
Space! I'm done.
Everyone.
I'm done.
This is Keyframe from the AWKWARDCast. We have an opening position here on the AWKWARDCast to replace ANY because he's been in a very tragic accident. Anyway, no, I was a huge nerd about space to the point where when I was in first grade, I wrote an entire report about the planets with like 9 or 10 pieces of printer paper and a box of crayons, and I wrote about each planet with a different color crayon for each planet, and I taped them all together and gave them to my teacher and said, hey, do I get extra credit? Not knowing that extra credit is a concept for middle school and high school. And we didn't even have letter grades at that point. So I just did that. That was my definition of fun when I was 6 years old. But no, yeah, my favorite present with this model solar system that had a bunch of buttons on the base that you pressed it and it made like this cool like doo-doo-doo-doo sound, and it would say a fact about the sun or Earth or the moons and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, this is so cool, and I would play with it all the time. I don't know why, but that's the gift that resonates with me most as a child. Worst gift I've ever gotten? Probably gift cards, because I hate gift cards. Oh, no. My worst gift that I ever got was a repurposed, it was a hand-me-down coat. And it wasn't even a good coat. My cousin just gave me his old coat, and it smelled like weed. And I was like, why? I'm not accepting this present. And my mom was like, Christine, be nice. And I'm like, but I just got a weed coat. He didn't even empty the pockets. There was still loose change in it. And it's like, Merry Christmas to me. So that's probably my worst present.
This sounds lovely.
Yeah, but yeah. So, should that be our last question for the evening?
I guess so. We kind of rambled on for a while there. So, I mean, then again, we got to learn a lot about each other's opinions on Christmas. I mean, it was nice, I guess. But, yeah, also kind of awkward.